So I'm here at my local elementary school, just around the block from my house. So I didn't really get too far today. Still have a really bad allergies and whatnot, but having allergies and being around grass and trees is not the best idea. But you know, sometimes sometimes just coming out, be surrounded by I don't know, I guess nature, but and whatnot, kind of helps with your anxiety. You sometimes you forget what's on your mind. Whatever you're afraid of, your symptoms, your sensation, whatever it is. There's no one around. Well, at least I don't think that there's anyone around. But sometimes you just gotta go find that nice quiet place away from home. So if you live near a park or whatever, just go there. If you're housebound, give it a try. You have a pet dog. I have a niece and nephew, or even little brother, sister, whatever. Or even like a sibling that doesn't mind going for a walk with you. Just if you feel like you need a safe person, just have a safe person go with you for a little bit, and stay as long as you can, and and then you're gonna realize you can turn your nervousness into calmness, just being surrounded by calmness. Whenever you're feeling panicky, and you go to your room because you feel safe there, but sometimes you might actually feel more panicky because you're allowing yourself to run away from whatever makes you panic, and then you avoid it so much that everything becomes a trigger, and then once you start having more panic attacks in the comfort of your own home, your own bedroom, then it's just then you have nowhere to run because you're already feeling like there's nowhere else for you to go. So that's why I've been going to my local park, pond, school, whatever, even for like 5 minutes sometimes. It really helps. And then I realize sometimes once I get home, and then I feel panicky because my mind is like, oh, go back to that place. Sometimes you might even notice that if you're doing like exposure therapy for a while, then I don't know where you start feeling more panicky once you get home. It's because your mind is like, okay, let's go back. Let's go back to where we just went, because your mind is like, I want to go back to that place, wherever you went. You could have gone like 3 blocks down to a park, and then your mind's like, oh, I felt calmer there, let's go back. And it makes you feel panicky because your mind is like, well, let's not go home, let's go back to the park or whatnot. So that's why I notice sometimes I feel calmer when I'm at the park compared to when I'm at the comfort of my own house. So once you're surrounded by by things that you think will make you panicky, and then you don't panic, then you're gonna feel that calmness. First you're gonna feel nervous because you haven't been outside for a couple of days, couple of weeks, couple of months, even a couple of years. So don't let that bring you down, because you haven't been outside for so long that you're gonna feel overwhelmed by being outside for the first time in a couple of days, weeks, months, years, whatever it is. I was like that too. When I first started, sitting in my own living room felt kind of strange to me, because I say 99.9% of the time I was always in my room. The other 0.1 was when I was going to the bathroom. That was it. I would hardly even go to the kitchen. I wouldn't even go into the living room, places like that. So once I got comfortable with those places, and then I can slowly work my way up to the backyard, to the front yard, and then slowly step away from my driveway and stuff like that, so it takes time, but once you get used to it, your mind, you're gonna feel more comfortable being outdoors. It might take a while, but the sooner you do it, the easier it gets. The longer you wait, it's just gonna eat you up inside. Like for me, when I started my exposure therapy in July 2016, the first time, it was hard, and then I couldn't leave my house for like a month or so, and then once I went back out in August 2016, I had a bad panic attack, and then I didn't want to go out for like a week or something. And then once I start going out, little by little, I start feeling better. And then once I feel better, and then something in my anxiety came back, and then I didn't want to leave my house for a couple months again. And then come April 2017, that's when I slowly started going to my backyard again. Then by the first day of May, that's when I finally said, you know what, I need to go and do something about the fear. And that's where I am at now. Has been over a year since, so I've been leaving my house daily. I haven't really gone too far. The only farthest place I gone is to my aunt's house in 2017, but that was over half a year ago. So to me, it doesn't matter how far you go. What matters is you try. You have to go. The first step is to walk out your front door. That's the first step, and then go somewhere local. You don't have to just go out and go like an hour away from your house. You have to ease your way up into leaving your house first, and then take it like baby steps. If you try to overdo it, like I did for the first time, it just it didn't work that way. I thought me going for a 20 minutes car ride, 40 minutes going both ways would help, but it just made me more panicky, because the farther got, the more panicky I got. So once I realized that I needed to take it, expand my own comfort zone by walking around my own neighborhood and expanding it by a block here, a block there, and then work my way up. That was the best thing for me. But anyways, that's pretty much it, and I'm about to head back home right now.